Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to Storytime, Weapon X. This is the first origin of Wolverine, long before his full past would be revealed. This was the first glimpse into Wolverine's beginnings. Published in 1991, Weapon X ran in Marvel Comics Presents by Barry Windsor Smith. He wrote and drew and inked the entire thing himself, and it's really something to behold when one artist is responsible for everything in a comic like this. Created as a fully formed superhero in Incredible Hulk 180 and 181 back in 1974, Wolverine's past and future began to be written at the same time. He was always known as a character with a mysterious past when I was reading him, that even he didn't know. His memory had been filled in with false memory implants, and even he didn't know how he got his claws. Bit by bit, Logan would have to piece together his real past through the course of his own comic. Here you'll see the traumatic things the Weapon X program did to Logan when they implanted his adamantium and erased his mind. How he went from being a man to an animal, a blank slate from which a new morality and a new heroism would be shaped. Witness the birth of the legend, Wolverine. Let's begin. Logan sits drinking in a bar. Storm's coming. Yeah, it's a big one. The big one. The one I've been looking out for. Time to ride home. Make peace with somebody. Dear Ma, you goat-headed, misshapen, wall-eyed witch. Got some news for you. The secret is out. Signed, your son with the hairy paws. Huh. As if I knew who my ma was. Everybody's got one. Or two, maybe. Secrets, I mean. I got a doozy. It's a serious motherlode. Hard hiding it sometimes. But I get by. Others got theirs writ all over their faces. They're the ones who get found out. End up dangling from somebody's line. But you only get hooked if you take the bait, right? Maybe. Range is routine. I can put 6 shots into a quarter and get change for the gun machine, when my hands ain't shaking. So I wing some geek with a ricochet. Like, who gives a toss? Suits do, I guess. Some attitude they got. Spending my nights at the prophecy. This for fallen Christians, you know. I ain't got that stuff, but I lied to get through the door. Hey, it's free. For the fallen. So, I guess I qualify. Prophecy's part of the apocalypse. Did you know that? I didn't. Some drunk bum down the hall told me that. Spat as he said it, too. Then he croaked. Happens a lot around here. Been thinking about moving on. We see that Logan is actually in a tank of red liquid filled with wires, and he's remembering the events of the recent past. Yeah, catching the 8 o'clock up to the Yukon. First there's bills to settle, some loose ends to tie. That's cool. Yeah, up in the Klondike, where nobody knows me. I'll get away from what's coming. Yeah, do that. Get away. Ugh! Ever felt like a rat? In a trap? Or what do you call those things? Pinwheels or something. Like you're running for your life, but you're getting nowhere. We see the professor and his 2 assistants in a control room. Just nowhere, except the edge of the dark. And the dreams of death in the shadowed rooms of the prophecy. Ugh! It's the same every night. Pain and bones and spikes. Dagger hands. Bloodshot with vile stench and... Just like the old geezer said. The apocalypse, when all the secrets are exposed and all the running ends. Hell. Hell is coming. Logan is tranquilized and kidnapped by some men. He is delivered with some difficulty to the professor. Heads up, gentlemen, the professor's arriving. Good morning, Professor. Good morning, Dr. Cornelius. Are we set to begin? Tank filling, sir. A few minutes. How is the patient? Could be better. He put up some resistance when the boys picked him up last night. Ah! Get him off of me! They had to jostle him a bit. Is he damaged? Any deep cuts? He's okay. But we can't afford leakage. We plugged him up tight. Professor? Dr. Cornelius? We can begin now. Didn't you get him with that stupid stun gun? Course I did. Point blank. The professor closely monitors the adamantium feed. We see that Logan put up quite a fight and had to be subdued with a beating. Steady. Things are going well, Doctor. I'm pleased. Feed. Suffusion? Steady. Both steady. This is an extraordinary experiment, Professor. I'm honored to be a part of it. Of course you are, Cornelius. Cardiotac? Rising. I guess it's ANS. Not good. Up the phenol B 2 points. Steady. No, 1 point. Any more of that and I'll have beans for brains. Feed. Is there cause for concern? I don't think so, Professor. You chose Logan for his remarkable stamina. What we're getting here is his autonomic nervous system kicking in. He's a hard fella, even when unconscious. Chelation begin. What was that? Resist. Resistance, sir. Compensate. Resistance. Maintain. Equalize. Feed. Impeded. Feed. Impeded. Feed backup channel. Balance coming. Feed. Steady. Steady. Feed. Cardio attack, Miss Hines? Rising rapidly, sir. Hines, would you please access Mr. Logan's medical... I studied it long enough, but I could have missed. On screen, sir. Detail any cardio abnormality. None, sir. You're really letting me down here, Cornelius. Why didn't you prepare for this in advance? Feed. Impeded. Equalize. I thought I'd prepared for everything, Professor, but who could foresee this? Feed. Feed. Steady. Feed. I couldn't program for that, Professor. Actually, it really doesn't seem credible. The rate should be 24 in 1. 53 in 1, sir. Hines? It seems that Logan's highly accelerated heart rate is draining the adamantium reservoir at a rate of... His heart rate can't possibly go any higher or he'd be Superman. They keep pumping more thorazine in to sedate him, but Logan is reacting to the process, as the adamantium is bonded to his bone. According to MedFacts, Mr. Logan has been shot at least 5 times and survived each attack. 4 to the trunk, once in the leg. Tough geezer. We know this, Hines. But the bioscans show nothing in epidermal nor internal scar tissue. Cornelius, didn't you say that Logan was hurt last night? Yes. Then, where are his wounds? Hines, do you have readings? I have a trace, but no show. An hour ago he had a dislocated jaw, cuts, abrasions. Feed. Now there's nothing. On the board there's a definite linear equation between this phenomenon and the intense cardio activity. Maintain. And, well, I don't know how important this is. Seems silly, but Mr. Logan's hair has almost grown entirely back in just 20 minutes. Feed. Maintain. We seem to be in the midst of something unprecedented. Our Mr. Logan is somewhat more than human. The professor is angry with his boss for not telling him that Logan is a mutant. We never learn in this book who's on the other end of the call. What else do I not know about Experiment X? Feed. Steady. Hines, readings. Sorry. Hand and wrist, sir. Plain language, please, Miss Hines. At the flexor brevis, minima digita section. Wait. Channel sufficient, Doctor. There's an excess drain at, Doctor, he just woke up. How does he look? Cowflop. Is he moving? No, just staring. Okay, keep monitoring. Call me if anything happens. Out. Feed. Steady. We're going to need some advice on this. Anybody know where the professor is? No? Feed. Haven't paged then. Doctor? Yes, status. What is it? He's moving now. Violently? He just leaned forward a bit. Status? Yes, sir. You don't have to tell me every time the patient shifts weight. Yes, sir. Feed. Accelerated. Feed. Cornelius, what is all the fuss? Professor, where are you? What do you want, Doctor? Beep. We have a problem. Could you return to the OR? Feed. Accelerated. We can't account for it and we're unable to stop it. Hands and wrists. There's excess adamantium drained to the minima flexo. I'm busy. What is the problem? Professor, did you hear me? Of course. It's all part of my program, Cornelius. Do you think I don't know what I'm doing? Feed. No, sir. Of course not. Status? Patient's fine, sir. He's just staring at his hand. Hand? Yeah, the wires on his hands? I'd better come over. Try to call the professor. Have him meet me there. Out. Feed. Professor, sir? Unstable. This is the status tech worker at Lab 2? Yes, what? Dr. Cornelius asked me... Oh my god! What is it, man? Oh my god! Blood spurting out of his hands! Something's happening! Oh, blood! Status 2, where is Dr. Cornelius? Oh, sir, I need help here. I'm all alone in the lab. Oh, he's just gushing blood. I can't help him. I'm not trained for this. Feed. Oh, God! Unstable. Feed. Status 2, listen to me. Yes, sir? Patch me into your monitors. I want to see this. Unstable. Yes, sir. Sir, should I go in and help him? No. Not yet, Status. But he must be in terrible pain, sir. Yes, I think you're right. Look at that. You said you're all alone in Lab 2, did you, Status? Yes, sir. I'm not trained. Oh, God! He's got, like, spikes coming out of him! Right out of his hands! What shall I do? Stay calm, Status. You have access to the patient's booth. Yes, sir, I do. Then you should go in there and try to help the poor man. Yes, I'll do that, sir, if you say. Be sure to close the security door after you enter, Status, just to be safe. Good lad. You, come with me. Yes, sir. Anything wrong, sir? Could be. Dunno. Something. Just stick close. The lab worker here, what's his name? Not sure. Cal or Cole or something? He's new, sir. Just today. New? He shouldn't be in this section. Ah! Good Lord! He's dead! He's dead! Sir, what is that? What has happened here? Jeez! That's my patient, Logan. God, what's happened to him? He's murdered the boy, covered in blood. Those knives from his hands. He looks like a mad animal. Look like claws. Kid's a real mess. Sir, we'll get the guns and blow the thing away. Too late for that. Too late for any... Magnificent. If I knew what you were really up to, Professor, I might be very upset with you. Possibly. I've helped you to create a monster. No, not a monster, exactly. Devil with that. It's just a mindless, murdering animal. Yes. But we can make him behave. Behave? Good God, man. It slaughtered an innocent boy in here. Then it came after me and the guards, straight through that blasted window as if it wasn't there. You must have been terrified, Doctor. You don't know the half of it. But you weren't hurt, so let's not overindulge ourselves, Logan could have killed us all, but I met his eyes for a second, filled with hate and fury, but I couldn't tell if it was some animal bloodlust or horror what we had done to him. Then, with his life supports torn away, he collapsed. Those terrible knives sunk back into his body. I thanked God for my fortune. I don't know. There's a lot. That I will explain. Your trust, Doctor. Offer, and I shall accept. Oh, okay then, if you want. I trust you. Thank you for that. Tell me, Doctor, are you familiar with the term Homo superior? As in master race or something? To some extent. But no. I mean mutant. Mutant? Mutant humans? Mutants aren't human, Dr. Cornelius. They are Homo superior. Logan is not human. He is, therefore, Homo superior. Look here. What do you see? What do you think? I see a wild beast that was once a man. Very well, Cornelius. I see a man as ever he was, but with his subconscious stripped bare, cut from his very soul, and scored to the bone. Our friend Logan has come into his own at last. Professor? The experiment? The adamantium bonding process? Are you saying it mutated Logan into this infernal thing? No, Doctor. You must understand that this infernal thing is what Logan has always been. A determinedly violent individual, pummeling his way through a purposeless life, one day distinguished from the next only by the changing patterns of bruises and blood from last night's drunken fights. But then, inexplicably, the wounds are healed and gone before noon in his first beer. I doubt if he even suffered hangovers. All his years, Logan has endured this, suffering a destiny that tore at him from his guts outward, battling a fate decreed him by nature. He became a government agent that was ideally suited to the danger of the work. He had nothing to lose, not even his godforsaken life. Shot, stabbed, and beaten in the course of duty, recklessly seeking the honor of dying for his country. How pitifully desperate he must have become. Yes, indeed. But now his demon is free, released by the intervention of Experiment X. Thus, the double id is supplanted by the superego, and all of Logan's primal instincts are focused and resolved. And what you're looking at right now, Doctor, is the most formidable tactical weapon ever conceived. Yes, the knives, then, in his hands. Pure adamantium. Have you not heard a word I've said? They're not knives, Cornelius. They're claws. Security! At this point in time, Logan did have pure adamantium claws. They were rewritten to be made of bone in Wolverine 75. Security! We need the gas now, Lab 5! Haste! Haste! Oh my God! Oh my God! Necessary action, Doctor. You saw what happened. Yes, but, can't we treat him better than this? He's still human in some way, isn't he? In some way. But your earlier description was more apt, perhaps. A mindless, murdering animal, I believe you said. Guess so. And this is why I am depending upon you, good doctor. Logan must be restructured now, trained, then programmed. You can do all of this. Manipulation of the mindless, Dr. Cornelius. It is your calling. The experiments meant to control Logan have begun. He is connected to a machine that can visualize his mental state, and the results are horrifying. What was that? What's that on the screen? We're getting some kind of internal feedback, sir. Ugh. The imaging is so powerful. It's burning circuits. Something's wrong here. Pain. Okay, shut it down. We'll check the data preps. Ah! Miss Hines, shut it down! I can't, sir. There's no response. Hurting. Pain! What have you done to me? No, sir. This is unbelievable, Cornelius. Stop it now! Pain! I can't. We're not sending. We're receiving. Hines, can you control this in any way? No, sir. I can't do a thing. Logan shakes off the sedatives and sits up, grasping Hines by the neck. He knows nothing except that they are causing him pain. She pleads for her life, and the professor commands Logan to leave her alone. He throws her aside and charges at the professor. Armed men re-tranquilize him. Frightened, the professor now wants to kill Logan, but Cornelius calms him down. The monitor now shows Logan driving his claws into the professor's face as Logan again extends his claws while unconscious. Logan is released into the woods, and wild wolves are set upon him to test his combat effectiveness. He does not react as they tear into his body. The pain finally makes him react, and Logan extends his claws and begins slashing at the wolves. Phenomenal stress level. He could burn out. Is that likely? I don't know. The metabolics. It's beyond human, and far more bestial than those he's slaughtering. What a perfect choice Logan was. Professor, can't we stop it? Now? Save the animals? I think not, madam. I'm enjoying this far too much. Let the animals save themselves. Professor, I've got a fluorescent analysis now. Would you like to see it? Yes. Can you hold that? Roop. Then give me a re-emission on the osteograph. 1 second. Roop. And bring it into either hand. Roop. Yes. Roop. Roop. Look at that. The perfect synthesis of human trabecula and adamantium. Bone, bonded to the hardest metal in the world, inside the body of a berserker. Logan, the perfect fighting machine. The perfect killing machine. Professor, there is some excessive distortion in the metacarpals. Could be the cause of pain upon extrusion. You'll look into that. Yes, Professor. Good. Then take us back to the battlefield. Program complete. We seem to have run out of wolves. A total massacre. Splendid. Couldn't be better. And look, I think he wants more. Do we have more? No. Pity. Good God, he's roaring like an animal. Roar! Ha, and you thought it was just the pain that made him cry out, Cornelius? No, the wolves would kill for food, or territory perhaps. But this man, this living weapon, his passion is the fear of his prey, and to find relish in the odor of the blood. Despite his original protestations, I know we've done him a great favor. His most bestial needs are about to exceed his most primitive dreams. In our service, of course. You can turn him off now, Doctor. Wranglers. Copy. Bring Logan in. Cancel that order, Cornelius. Cancel. Stand by. I'm sorry, Professor. I thought we were done for the day. We are. Then leave Logan out for the night. I like the idea of him resting in his own gore. But it's 15 degrees below. All the better. Toughen him up, eh? Ha! You can monitor his healing from here, can you not? Yes, of course. Splendid. Then we've accomplished much this day. Good evening to you all. Good night, Professor. How are we all today, and how is our Mr. Logan? Functioning, sir. Good. You may bring him in now. We have many more trials for Weapon X. Logan is treated like an animal by the Weapon X program. A battery pack and a virtual reality helmet are being fashioned for him for more elaborate tests. For now, he is made ready for a small demonstration. The professor demonstrates to his assembled staff that he can articulate each of Logan's claws individually, but when he tries to make Logan walk, he collapses, and the staff erupts in laughter. Humiliated, the professor yells at them to leave. I've never been so insulted. Here, have this. What say we call it a day, huh? Lighten up, Professor. They did a good job. You got what you wanted. No, the experiment isn't over, Cornelius. I have to know if it's safe. He's safe. He's wired and shut down. Let it go, Professor. If I am safe, you fool! Me! Logan tried to choke me to death, remember? Look, when the power's on, you got him by the tail. When it's off, like now, he's just dead meat. You wanted that, you got that. But you have to be sure, right? So go spit in his eye. Then you can be sure. I've had enough of this circus for one day, Professor. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll send the wranglers in to clean up the mess. The professor stands over Logan's inner form and douses his face in coffee. He watches closely as the liquid spills over his closed eyes for any hint of a reaction. There is none. He's within 100 yards of target now, at 3 minutes. Rather impressive. Camera 5 on subject. Switch to camera 8 and bring him in close. Switching. 95 yards. 3 and 27. This is the fastest yet, even with the extra weight. He's downwind. He has the scent. Claw extrusion, right hand, some blood evident. We need some kind of terminals there. Something to keep the flesh apart. Make a note, Hines. Yes, Doctor. Less than 50 yards now. Target is coming toward Mr. Logan. Heart rate up. Adrenal rise with carpal flux. Left claw extrusion. Camera 10, please. Switching. This is it. Keep it running, Hines. We won't get a second chance. Mr. Logan, set. Experiment X, set 12. Stimulus response, Quarry 1. Duration from 0, 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Oh! Superb. Bravo. Logan decapitates the bear. An utterly impeccable killing. The time has come, Cornelius. The weapon is primed and perfect. Yeah, that was pretty hot stuff, Professor, but I don't know, the helmet. It's cumbersome. It cuts his vision. 30% both sides. And the battery packs, they're nearly 10 pounds apiece. Everything's so clunky and in the way. It's not optimal. It's not what we planned. Shall I retract his claws, Doctor? Yeah, go ahead, Hines. But we do have the weapon in control, Doctor. That is what we planned. Yeah, I don't know. Bring Logan in, boys. I just think with a little more psycho... No! No more psycho this and that. I want action, now! Action? Chopping a grizzly into bloody pieces? That's not enough action for you? I didn't create this weapon to be some imbecilic game warden, Cornelius. Yeah, so? What are you saying here? But it isn't all cut and thrust, Professor. A bit more time, you know? To eliminate some of the kinks in the system, that's all I'm asking. No. Logan is ready. For what? The great test, Doctor. What is the most dangerous game of all? Bengal tiger with a stick up its... Man, of course. Man. Yeah, well, we don't have any in stock right now, sir. And we'll have to get some in, won't we? You're not serious, of course. On the contrary, I'm deadly serious. Do you know what you're saying? I always know what I'm saying, Cornelius, so I'll brook no arguments. I will be in my control room. But Prof said to remove the dome and keep them wired on the points. So we should leave the batteries on? Yeah. Set the alarm, alright? Guess so. I don't know about this, Hines. I don't like the sound of this right now. It's like... First I'm told we're creating a kind of super soldier from Experiment X. Then it turns out he's some sort of mutant animal thing. So the adamantium bonding sends him cuckoo. But the professor takes me around, pulls me into a game. Got sucked in good there. I know it. Oh yeah. I got virtually blackmailed in this whole affair, you know? No, you don't know. But it's like, what's this thing gonna do? Is this the weapon gonna protect us from the commies or something? Why don't you take your coffee break now, John? I'm on duty till 6, Beans. Like some kind of assassin? Take a break, John. Okay, jeez. I'm not too large on soul searching and like that, but I've got some responsibility to, you know, stuff. I ain't got murder inside me, Hines. Not like the professor. Right, that's got it. Set the alarm now. Okay. What? If you need me, Doctor, I will support you in anything you need to do. Good. The alarm. On source, Hines. Cornelius assumes the professor is controlling Logan, and he informs him he is not. Logan slashes through a wall and escapes his chamber. All security, it's Zone 2. Weapon X has escaped. Professor, my emergency shutdown's out. Use your monitor controls. Shut off the power. I'm trying, Cornelius. It's not working. Shh. We got 3 men down and 2 active. Can we shoot? Of course, man. Shoot. What happened to your failsafe, Professor? It isn't working, I tell you. Logan engages the armed guards, their tranquilizers not even slowing him down. Sir, how could this have happened? Logan is harnessed up. How could he? It's not over, sir. The tranquilizers, non-effective. This is crazy. Can't you do something? My system is down. Down. I've no control over Logan. Then who does? Yes, who does indeed. Shh. This is an emergency. I'm losing men in Zone 2. Shh. I need an advisory on this. Running amok, you might say. Hines, who's he talking to? Computer shows exterior units, sir, but he's forgotten to turn off the intercom. Precisely. Killing everyone in sight. Yes. Yes, it's just that, you see, Logan is fully harnessed and that my control panels are inactive. Doc, for crying out loud, you gotta okay the weaponry. I mean, I got men down here popping pea shooters. Freeze! Then get them out of there, man, before it's too late. Security, Zone 3. Get out of the tunnels. And whilst it's of little concern overall, security, we are losing our martial guard somewhat precipitatedly. Professor, I need your clearance to issue the men firepower. Given this, do you read me, Professor? I'd like to ask, do you have a hand in these occurrences? He ain't listening to me. I think he's off his trolley. Sir, I think I found something important. Mr. Logan has breached 3 zones and is now within 200 yards of the professor's laboratory at 3 and C block. Jeez, and it is not coincidence, sir. I've traced his movements from the holding bay at Lab 2. He has made a definite path to the professor's quarters. Zone 3. Respond if you can. Dunno, Hines. Don't seem right. How could Logan know where the professor is? Mr. Logan has shown uncanny tracking abilities, sir. Yeah, but that was in a controlled situation, Hines. And who says this isn't one, sir? I see. As in, sort of biting the hand that feeds, eh? Ha! A clean sweep, as it were. Yes. There's just one thing that, let me ask, should I leave now, or should I refuge here, whilst, as you put it, Weapon X clears the dead wood? Security, this is Cornelius. Break out the big stuff for your men. Shh. The professor okay then, sir? No, but he won't mind, believe me. I didn't hear you. There's a, yeah! And make that on the double, okay, security? Logan slashes up through the professor's floor. Logan attacks the professor as guards are called to the scene. As they fill the room, he cuts off the professor's hand. Did you get the professor out? Shh. Did you get the professor out? Shh. Answer me, somebody. What's going on? Professor secured. He's okay. Targets all over the place. No clear shots. Losing men. Get back from him. Shh. Too late. Dozen body shots. No effect. This is a massacre. Shh. Fall back. Fall back. Bullets have no more effect on Logan than the tranquilizers did, and he slaughters every guard in the room, leaving a pile of bodies. Hines ties off the professor's arm using his tie as a tourniquet. They want the professor to get to the infirmary, but he knows the only safe place from Logan is the adamantium reactor hold. But security took care of Logan, Professor. Don't be stupid, Cornelius. They didn't stand a chance. Security, Zone 3. Respond, sir. We're all... Oh, God. Heavy fire, sir. Couldn't stop him. What's your status? Nothing left, sir. Sir, he's coming from... This is it, Cornelius. Break the seal. We will be safe here. Yeah, if you don't count radiation burns. Hines, get that gun. Get that gun! Yes, sir. Bolt the door immediately, Doctor. Not me, you idiot. Hines, what can I do with it? Sorry. Give it to Cornelius. What's going on here, Professor? Just what do you think I'm going to do with this rifle? Cornelius bandages the professor's arms while Hines tracks Logan's position. He's on his way there. The professor pleads with his boss to stop this madness. Logan claws his way into the thick walls, cutting off the base's power. As Logan keeps cutting his way in, Hines says they have to purge the adamantium reactor core. With the power off, it could lead to disaster. The professor feels blood drip onto his head. Logan has found the professor again. Shoot him! My God. Shoot! Shoot! Look, Professor, he's faltering. I don't know, I think he's had it. I mean, he's too weak to attack. He's lost a lot of blood.
That blood is what's left of our security guard, you fool! He's controlled and programmed to kill us all! Use the gun now, while we still have a chance!
But he ain't even moving, Professor.
Do as I command, Cornelius! Ow!
Logan collapses, but when Cornelius tries to remove the power packs, Logan stabs him through the stomach. Logan holds Cornelius in the air and keeps stabbing him over and over while the Professor and Hines run for the reactor.
The container's cracking already, Professor. We must release the fission gate.
Yes, but it's a matter of getting Logan into the exhaust pit first.
Sir, there's not much time left.
I need a lure of some kind. He'd be incinerated in seconds.
I'm sorry, sir?
Yes, that is all too true, Hines. But let us take a moment. Miss Hines, I know you have worked long and hard for our Experiment X.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You've been a real boon to the good Dr. Cornelius, too.
Oh, poor Dr. Cornelius.
Yes, he gave his life for this project. Why, I dare say you would do the same, would you not, Miss Hines?
Sir?
Give your life.
No, sir. I wouldn't want to die.
It is required, madam.
What are you saying, Professor?
Bait.
Oh, no. Why would you want to hurt me, Professor? Oh no, please.
Don't break your neck, dear lady.
Ah!
The Professor heads for the controls. Hines begins screaming as Logan enters the chamber. Logan stops before Hines, telling her, "You don't matter to me. I want." The Professor opens the fission gate, purging the core. Hines runs, yelling for Logan to do the same, but he is doused in radioactive material from the heart of the reactor. He collapses under the flood. The Professor still thinks his boss is controlling Logan when he rises from the muck, still burning. He leaps through the control room window and stands above the Professor.
Am I dead? Is that what you done to me? Dead? Walking dead man? Am I? You are an animal! I am Logan! Ah! Logan, I am a man! And you are the animal!
The Professor screams for security, but Logan cuts off his other hand, destroying the console as well. He asks,
Do you think that makes us even? Well, it don't. Now, we're square. Got that? Jump.
Logan throws the Professor's body out the control room window and it tumbles down into the reactor fire.
Mr. Logan? I don't know if you can understand me, sir.
What? Use your imagination. Think of the horror of it all. Can't think. Yes, that is all too true. Must have been some party. He's lost a lot of blood. Yeah, I'd like to see the other guy. Dead wood.
Please respond.
I can hear you. Logan is still alive. You bet.
But security took care of Logan, Professor.
I'm bleeding to death. This is a joke, right? Bloody massacre. Will be, pal.
Mr. Logan has shown uncanny tracking abilities.
Yeah, and I'm butt naked, too. So who is this already? Precisely, killing everyone in sight. Running amok, you might say. Whoa, this ain't no joke.
Are you aware of what is happening at this time?
Okay, game's over. How are you? Who's pulling this stunt? Answer me. I'm losing men in Zone 2. Some kind of random playback.
This is crazy.
Nobody's controlling this. I have no control. I'm alone here.
Can we shoot?
I gotta get out. Weapon X has escaped. I am not in control. Picking up smoke. Ozone. Hum of heavy machinery. Industrial. Maybe the military. I don't like Army and they don't like me. So I'm out of here. Before I get enlisted. This place is a maze. Or a tomb. And it ain't military. Too sharp. These computers are Buck Rogers. A body. A man. all smashed up. What went on in this place? He's been cut bad. 3 in the gut. Brutal. I know this man. In a memory. A dream. A dream of dying. This place stinks of it. Hanging in the air like heat. But who did the killing? Got blood on me. No wounds. My blood? Or did I knife this guy here? What'd he do to me? And that hand back there. Severed hand.
Mr. Logan?
Come. Come, creature.
I don't know if you can understand me, sir.
Into the pit.
I can't stand pain. Physical pain. Please, please, I beg you, kill me quickly. Run, Mr. Logan, run!
Am I dead? Dead? Am I Walking Dead man? You are an animal! I am Logan! Logan! I am a man! Animal! And you, they found me out, brought me here, cut me, got into my body. Animal! Are the animal! Tortured me, tore up my mind. I gotta get away. Animal! Gotta get away. I'm running in a dream. I got sticks for legs and my feet are putty, and something's behind me, moving with me, like a living shadow. It's at my heels, and if I slow down it'll get me. I'll suffocate in it, and it's darkness, and I won't be able to scream or yell or fight it off, 'cause it'll be inside me, under my skin, in my guts, inside my bones. I'm running like a truck, a barreling truck, and I'm uphill with a full load, and the thing's behind me, and it's gaining it all the time. I'm pumping and pumping, but losing ground. It's grabbing at me, snatching at my veins like ropes, pulling me back, tendons like wires, like a puppet, fingers pulling through my ribs, muscles stretching, bones bended back. I'm running, it's tearing at me, dragging me back into the darkness. Endless nightmare, pitching waves running into the night, liquid like black blood, and I can't get away. It's on my shoulder and it's cutting me with spikes. It's breathing into me and I'm sucking in its hot breath. Stench of death in my mouth, lungs heaving, fingers clawing, legs pumping. I can't get away, but I must. Run forever, fight forever, never give in. The beast, out of the pitch black it's coming. It's free, and it wants revenge. It's gonna rip me, turn me inside out. I'm running into unending darkness, and it's behind me. It's everywhere I am. Don't give up. Can't go on. Don't give up. Knees giving in. Gristle shot. Don't give up. Every thrust. Blood and fire. Bones heavy. Dense like lead. Shot through like steel in the heart. Caving in. Don't give up. Under the weight of the beast.
It's extraordinary, is it not, Cornelius? A creature of such power, shaken by his own shadow, driven by fear of himself. Yeah, but he's pulling through despite it all. Exterior camera, Hines. Switching. You think so, Then we shall see what we shall see. Yeah, I guess we will, Professor. I mean, he's still standing, isn't he? He didn't buckle. He didn't give in. He didn't even retract his claws when we gave him the power to do it, you know? Hush, Cornelius. He's found the snow leopard.
Siberian tigers, sir.
Yes, thank you, madam. We could have set this up better. How do you mean, Doctor? If Logan hadn't seek it out, you know? Hunt the thing down just based on instinct. To kill it or confront it or whatever, instead of the tiger just being there. It'd have been more telling, I think. Yes, I suppose you are right. But still, it is an acceptable scenario for one such as Logan's simplistic perception. Look at that! Logan's right in there. He's just as wild as before. He may seem so, Doctor, but in the past few days, Weapon X has been changed irrevocably. His savagery is now tempered by ego and rationation. Any hesitation, any moment of fear or mere caution, and he will be undone. Yeah, like literally, right? It has been necessary that Logan should not know of his indestructible skeleton. Won't help him if he gets disemboweled, Professor. No, he could learn it all the hard way, it's true. Camera 4, Hines.
Yes, Doctor. Switching.
He's getting the advantage, Professor.
But not so long ago, Weapon X beheaded a grizzly bear without hesitation, without so much as a tussle. That is what I call getting the advantage.
You gotta have faith, Professor. Look, I'll lay you 100 on Logan. What do you think of that? Give me full on 6, Hines. Come on, wake up.
Switching.
This is not a game, Cornelius.
And telling me that slash could have gutted him, and I'd be out of C-note.
You don't see. Doctor, that was a feint. Logan is drawing in for the kill.
Wow. Closer, Hines, closer.
Yes, sir.
Look, a magnificent blow.
Give me readings, Hines.
No readings, sir. Mr. Logan is offline for this.
Yeah, right. Geez, another one, straight to the heart. Son of a gun's more brutal than ever. So what do you say then, Professor?
Indeed, Cornelius. Remarkable. His instincts and reflexes, though perhaps more pragmatic, seem quite undiminished, and his ferocity is still unparalleled.
Pity I couldn't get you to take that bet, huh?
I will not sully the nature of scientific endeavor with wagers, Cornelius.
Yeah, well, that's just 'cause you'd have lost a bundle. You underestimated your prize, Professor. Logan was set up. We gave him a chance to escape, but he didn't run. Instead, he turned around and brutalized a lot of us. Then we jammed his psyche with his fear of mutantism. Didn't faze him. I'd say he came through A1, wouldn't you?
Yes. And yet he failed to kill Hines, an act of mercy that leaves doubt still in my mind.
That's just because Hines was never a threat to Logan, Professor. It's like we just proved. He'll only kill if threatened with death, or
out of hunger.
Yeah, or out of hunger. And who'd want to eat Hines, huh?
Yes, all right, Cornelius, I suppose we should consider this experiment a success, flawed though it may be.
If I may say, Doctor, I think Mr. Logan only killed you because of that accidental shooting, sir. I don't think he would have attacked you otherwise.
Huh, that right. Thanks, Hines. Have the Wranglers pick up Logan, will you? Yes, sir. So what do we got here, Professor? Logan thinks he's killed just about all of us, getting to you, the focus of his vengeance, but now he knows he ain't a human, and with that, he knows it was you who harnessed his dark secret.
Indeed. So he had to destroy me, did he not?
And in the act of killing his creator, his once inculpable savagery is transformed into the cunning of a ruthless killer. I savor these events, Cornelius. Yeah, well, you did kind of hedge your bets a little, you know.
What? How do you mean, Cornelius?
Wranglers, Mr. Logan should be brought to D-Block this time.
We know, Hines. You know, making all that stuff about how you were actually working for somebody else, some great power or something?
Yes, quite.
Like you were just a stooge or a flunky instead of the genius behind Experiment X.
Yes, that was a mere psychological ruse, Cornelius.
Easy, boy, easy. It was good. This will only hurt a bit. Easy, boy. Setting yourself up for your own murder, but then playing it being betrayed by the real creator of Weapon X in the end? Working for sympathy? Testing Logan to see if he reasoned that you weren't the real threat? Clever. Tricky.
Indeed, Cornelius. A dramatic ploy that
proved a great deal about the nature of the beast, Yeah, real cute. Say, where's Logan?
Off camera, sir.
I can see that, Hines. Put him back on camera, will you?
Switching, sir. Security, where's Mr. Logan?
Wranglers have got him, Hines.
Shh. Wranglers, where's Mr. Logan? Wranglers, do you copy? Oh!
Security, what is wrong? What's the siren for?
Don't know, sir. Checking. This could be serious. Shut down Logan's transponder, Hines.
Yes, sir. Oh, dear. No response. The transponder is an override, sir, from an outside source.
Security! I ask again.
Sorry, sir. Some confusion. Breach in D-Block. Shh. I suggest you get out, sir. Professor, do you copy? Hello? Hines? You there? Dr. Cornelius? Anybody? The end. Interlude and escape.
Doctor?
Yeah, Hines, what's up?
I was wondering, can I talk to you?
Sure.
It's just that I keep thinking about Mr. Logan.
Yeah, don't we all?
And what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that, well, before I came here, was Mr. Logan here?
No, I don't know. What do you mean?
I mean, Did Mr. Logan volunteer for this?
No.
Was Mr. Logan abducted then?
Yeah. I ain't too proud of this, Hines, but yeah.
We're doing something bad, aren't we, sir?
Well,
Mr. Logan is forced into this.
I don't know about forced, Hines. See, if you listen to the professor, it's like, this is all kind of preordained. It's like Logan's destiny or something.
How could the professor know Mr. Logan's destiny, sir?
I don't know, to be honest.
All I see is him suffering. The professor seems to enjoy causing him pain. It's like torture, sir.
Yeah, well, some guys, they got the worst destinies, you know? Don't cry, Hinesy. I'm sorry, that was a lousy thing to say. Look, this poor slob doesn't have much of a life anyway. He's a mutant. The professor says he ain't even human.
He is human, sir. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that you don't see it. In his eyes. You can see he's a man who's being turned into a monster.
I don't know what to tell you, Hines. I'm going on what the professor said. Maybe anything other than that is out of my league.
I think the professor's a liar, sir.
Yeah, maybe.
I wish I'd never become involved with Experiment X, sir.
Yeah, me too, I guess. Come on, cheer up, Hinesy. Be over soon. I just wanted to show you the covers to the original comics from Marvel Comics Presents, because they're really cool. Wolverine would go on to rediscover the Weapon X compound in issue 50 of his solo comic, and he got many answers when he found the sets his false memories were created in. Much more happened behind the scenes of this tale, which focused only on the memories available to Logan at the time, 1991. Since then, his origin has been expanded, most notably in Origin in 2002, where we will learn about his childhood as James Howlett in the late 1800s. I might cover that later on, as it's quite good. Wolverine was the first comic I began collecting, even before Superman, because I loved the 1990s X-Men cartoon. I have many more Wolverine stories to tell. Fatal Attractions will be coming soon. Magneto ripped the adamantium out of Wolverine's body, and for about 5 years he had bone claws. With the adamantium out, he was lighter, faster, and his healing factor was about 10 times stronger without the poisonous metal to combat all the time. The bone claws broke often and would regrow quickly. He adapted, like Logan always has, and it was a great time to be a Wolverine fan. Eventually he got it back, though, and that time is just a blip in his long history now. Expect me to feature it, though. The fact that Wolverine has remained interesting after all these years with such a basic set of powers is a testament to what a great character he is on other levels, always struggling with his bestial nature and striving for humanity, bound by honor and loyalty that are constantly tested, a man with every reason to hate the world, who chooses instead to defend it. Wolverine is a true hero, even if he's often called an anti-hero because he murders, and the genesis of that character is the story you've just seen. He may have first appeared in The Incredible Hulk, but this is his true birthplace.